chosen one. Stop what you're doing. Listen carefully. This is not just another moment in time. This is a divine appointment carved into eternity. The 1st of August, R and 3 are not ordinary days. They are portals, thresholds, holy checkpoints where heaven leans in and watches to see who will rise and who will fall back into spiritual sleep. You are not like the rest. You never were. That unsettling feeling in your spirit, right now, it's not anxiety. It's the Holy Spirit stirring you because heaven has paused everything around you to deliver this message. You are marked, not by accident, not by luck, but by divine strategy. These 3 days are a test, not of your strength, but of your surrender. There are moments when time bends toward destiny, and this is one of them. The Spirit of the Lord is calling out to His remnant, His hidden ones, the carriers of glory who have been concealed until now. And if you're hearing this, you're one of them. You didn't stumble onto this message. The algorithm didn't bring you here. God did. This is your divine interception. And God says, I'm doing a new thing in August, but only those who are awake will perceive it. This is not just a new month. It's a spiritual corridor. There is fire on the other side, but only for those who step through the gate of obedience. And the 1st of August opens that gate. Heaven has highlighted these dates, not for superstition, not for fear, but for divine order. For weeks now, your spirit has been sensing something strange about this season. You've seen repeating numbers. You've had dreams that didn't make sense until now. And suddenly, the pieces are aligning because you are standing at the edge of a divine convergence, a rare window of spiritual transition. And you've been summoned, chosen one. You have been chosen to respond. It's no longer about just surviving. It's about aligning. This moment is about your obedience, not your convenience. And what you do with this moment will echo into your next decade. There are assignments in the heavenly realm waiting for your yes. There are angels on standby, waiting for your response. And there are enemies hoping you delay just one more time. Because delay is not just delay anymore, it is disobedience. The cost of missing this prophetic gate is too great to risk. You've already lost time before. Doors have closed. Seasons have shifted. But this August, grace is giving you one more open gate. Just one. So rise. Wipe your face. Stand in your spirit. Shake off every lie, every fear, every voice that told you you're too late or too broken. You are none of those things. You are anointed, set apart, appointed for such a time as this. And the voice of the Lord is summoning you to walk through the gate of August with fire in your bones. The prophet Elijah spoke as recorded in the 1st book of Kings, chapter 18. Verse 21, Elijah went before the people and said, How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is hot, follow him. Allah. But the people said nothing. You've hesitated long enough. You've tried to play it safe. But safe never made room for revival. And this is a revival moment. Make no mistake, what is released in these 3 days will set the tone for your next season. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to say yes. And listen closely. You will be tested. Your calendar will fill with distractions. Doubts will creep in. People around you will mock the urgency in your heart. But your discernment is a gift. If you can hear the alarm in your spirit, it means your spirit is alive. That's something to honor. Not everyone is awake right now, but you are. God didn't call you because you were qualified. He called you because you were available. And when you said yes the first time, even in weakness, even in fear, heaven took notice. Your yes has weight. And now, the time has come to step into alignment. Don't wait for a confirmation. This is your confirmation. Don't ask for another sign. This is your sign. The fact that you're still reading is evidence that your spirit is ready. So now, I speak directly to your spirit. Rise. Chosen one. The days of hiding are over. August will not wait. The cloud is moving. It's time to move with it. If this message pierced your heart, don't hold it in. Share it. Like it. Send it to someone you know is also carrying a calling too heavy to ignore. And if your spirit bears witness, if you feel the weight of this word, type the number 999 the comments now. Not as superstition, but as a prophetic act of covenant. 9 is the number of birthing. And this August, something in you is ready to be born. You're not here by mistake. You're here by divine orchestration. You felt it before you even had words for it. That gentle unrest in your chest. The sense that something was shifting deeply, invisibly, beyond what you could see. You couldn't explain it. But your spirit already knew. Something is about to break. Chosen one. This is your confirmation. The warnings were never loud. They came quietly in dreams you didn't understand. In random moments where your heart would tremble for no reason. In the stillness of the night, when your soul couldn't find rest. You've been sensing the tremble of heaven as it leans toward earth. Now, the veil is being pulled back. What you felt in secret is being revealed in clarity. The Spirit has been preparing you for this exact alignment. The 1st of August. And 3 are not a coincidence. They are part of the divine pattern. And here's the truth. If your spirit had not been trained in stillness, you would have missed the early warnings. But God has not forgotten how often you prayed in silence, how often you fasted with no one watching, how many times you stayed when everything in you wanted to run. You were being trained in the secret place. What others dismissed as stagnation was actually preparation. So when the atmosphere began to shift, you felt it. Before the message came, before the signs multiplied, you already knew. God is about to do something, and you were right. There is a reason you couldn't rest. There is a reason you've been more spiritually sensitive. There is a reason you've been pulled back from people and patterns that no longer fit who you're becoming. The Spirit has been drawing a line around your life, not to isolate you, but to insulate you. He has set you apart for this very hour. That's why you've been invisible to some. That's why doors didn't open before. That's why relationships fell apart. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. It was protection. If you had forced things to happen in the wrong season, you would have walked into warfare without your armor. But now, you're not walking in blind. You're walking in fire. And hear this clearly. The next 3 days are about response, not results. You don't have to make something happen. You just need to recognize the moment and obey. This is what makes you different. You don't move because of emotion. You move because of revelation. And revelation is what you're standing in right now. There are people who will hear about August's shift and feel nothing. Not because they are evil, but because their ears have gone dull. But not you. You still hear. You still feel. You still tremble when the Lord speaks. That is a rare gift. Guard it. There is a mantle on your life that hell has tried to bury. You've been attacked not because of where you are, but because of what you carry. The warfare wasn't about your present, it was about your future. You are a threat not because of your status, but because of your obedience. You have no idea how many demons you disrupted just by saying yes in private. But now the war intensifies, because this next act of obedience will be seen, and that terrifies darkness. The Word of God reveals it plainly in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 13. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. You've done just that. You didn't seek signs. You sought him. You didn't run after platforms. You ran after presence. And because of that, the Lord is now unveiling what he kept hidden for the faithful. The signs were never meant to distract you. They were meant to direct you. And now, as August approaches, you are not confused. You are confirmed. Your spirit knew all along. The reason this message is hitting you so deeply is because it's not introducing something new. It's awakening what you already carried. So don't brush this moment aside. Don't second-guess what your spirit already knows. When God confirms something more than once, it's because he wants to seal it. This is one of those seals. And while others wait for open doors, you're learning to walk through invisible gates, gates only the Spirit can reveal. You are being summoned not just for a blessing, but for deployment. The weight you've felt is not heaviness, it's heavenly responsibility. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to walk in power, clothed in discernment, forged in the hidden fires of obedience, chosen one. Your yes is not delayed. You are right on time. Chosen one. We've reached the heart of the matter, the window, the 1st of August. 2nd and 3rd are not arbitrary. They are divinely orchestrated thresholds, rare openings in the spiritual realm that will not stay open forever. These 3 days are a divine summons, not a suggestion. They are a visitation, not a vibe. And if you miss this window, you risk forfeiting what was tailor-made for you. These are prophetic days. Heaven is marking these dates not just for blessing, but for activation. Everything you've carried, everything you've endured, everything you've prayed for in secret is being called forth. But it won't be handed to you without obedience. This is the threshold where your faith must become movement. This is the hour to step in. These 3 days are holy. They are charged. They are unlike anything you've walked through before. And it's not because of emotion, it's because of alignment. The heavens are opening a prophetic gate over your life. And your next season hinges on what you choose to do during this divine window. Hear this. There are moments where one act of obedience breaks a decade of delay. These 3 days hold that kind of weight. You've been in preparation mode for years. You've learned patience. You've survived pruning. You've walked through silence. But now, the trumpet is sounding in your spirit. It's not time to rehearse anymore. It's time to respond. On the 1st of August, 2nd and 3rd, expect your atmosphere to shift. Expect your body to feel different. Expect unexpected clarity. You may feel weeping, trembling, or even intense spiritual pressure, and that's not something to run from. That's your spirit colliding with divine timing. What you've been feeling building up is now about to be released. Don't let the simplicity of this message fool you. This is not hype. This is holy. You are not being asked to do more. You are being asked to recognize what is already in motion and agree with it. Chosen one. The Spirit is moving ahead of you, but He won't drag you through the door. Heaven is invitation-based, not invasion-based. You have to say yes. You have to walk through. And I must speak this with clarity. These days will not repeat. Yes, God is merciful. Yes, He gives grace. But grace comes in waves. And if you miss the one prepared for you, the next one may not carry the same alignment, the same people, the same access. Think of all the moments the enemy tried to trap you in exhaustion right before the gate. Every betrayal, every delay, every loss, it all came to wear you down so you'd be too tired to step in. But you're still standing, and standing at the edge of this divine doorway. Now you must step. This is not a try again later moment. This is a now or never moment. The kind that shows up maybe once in a lifetime, and I don't say that to pressure you. I say it to awaken you. This is not a moment to be casual. This is a moment to be intentional. These 3 days will separate the observers from the responders, the surface-level believers from the anointed ones, the curious from the courageous. Which one are you? The Word speaks directly to the weight of appointed time in the book of Ecclesiastes. Chapter 3, verse 1. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. This is your time, not someone else's. Yours. You didn't come this far just to spectate. There is something ancient stirring inside you. Something royal. Something holy. You've walked through the fire, and now the oil is ready. You've been broken, and now the glory is beginning to rise from the cracks. But what good is glory if you never step into it? So right now, if your spirit knows this is for you, if you feel the weight of the timing, respond in the comments with this declaration: I will obey. Not because I asked you, but because the Spirit in you is already crying out, yes, Lord, I hear you. That phrase, I will obey, is not just words. It is your agreement with heaven, your covenant with God's timeline. It is the statement that separates delay from destiny. You don't need to know all the steps. You just need to obey the next one. And the 1st of August is your next one. So, prepare yourself. Consecrate yourself. Empty yourself of distraction. Set your spirit in alignment. Heaven is coming near. Don't let fear, laziness, or hesitation keep you from divine fulfillment. Chosen one. This window will not stay open, but you were born for this moment. You were preserved for this gate. And if you walk through, nothing will ever be the same again. Respond now. I will obey. Let that be the sound that echoes from your spirit to the throne of heaven. The weight of hesitation has always been heavier than the cost of obedience. You know this, even if no one ever said it plainly. Every time you paused when God said go, something in your spirit dimmed. Not because God was punishing you, but because spiritual timing is delicate. And this moment, this 3-day portal of the 1st of August, and 3 is especially sensitive. You've heard it before. Wait on God. And yes, waiting is often holy, but sometimes God is waiting on you. This is not a season for stillness. It's a season for motion, holy motion. Movement that doesn't come from striving, but from alignment with heaven's calendar. The cloud is moving, the fire is stirring, and you can't stay behind just because comfort feels safe. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. This isn't about impulse. It's about recognizing the urgency of now. Can you feel it in your chest? That stirring, that ache, that gentle but firm pressure on your spirit. It's not anxiety, it's spiritual pregnancy. Something is pressing against the walls of your soul, waiting to be born. You're not breaking down, you're breaking open. That's why distractions have lost their grip. That's why people-pleasing no longer satisfies. That's why the old environments feel suffocating. You are being pulled into deeper waters, and shallow won't hold you anymore. This isn't emotional chaos, it's prophetic convergence. You're not just sensing urgency, you're standing in the hour of activation. You've asked for signs, you've waited for clarity. But what if the waiting is over? What if the next instruction isn't about hearing more but doing what you've already heard? God doesn't speak to entertain. He speaks to release alignment. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind." My kin, fear cannot walk with you through this door. It's not allowed. The threshold you're standing on only permits faith, not perfect faith, but surrendered faith. You don't need louder voices, you need deeper trust. There is something sacred about now. There's a holiness to moments like this where heaven bends low and whispers, "Move." This window will not remain open forever. Heaven invites, but never forces. The invitation is extended, but it is not indefinite. It is prophetic. It is timely. And it is weighty. And deep down, you know it. You've outgrown your fear. You've stayed in neutral too long. Heaven has waited while you rehearsed cycles of delay. But this is the moment where cycles break, where wandering ends, where clarity confronts hesitation. There are no more loopholes, no more what-ifs, just the raw sound of the Spirit saying, "Now," and your prayers have matured. Your tears have been seen. Heaven is not wondering if you're ready. Heaven is watching if you're willing. August is a turning key, but the key does not turn by itself. The kingdom moves at the pace of obedience. You're not waiting on breakthrough. Breakthrough is waiting on you. The enemy worked hard to numb you. He used fatigue, distraction, comparison, disappointment, even false peace to wear you down. But the fact that you're still here proves one thing: the fire never died. It may have flickered, but it didn't go out. And if the flame is still alive, purpose still burns. But chosen doesn't mean guaranteed. Many are called, few are chosen, and fewer still respond when the call comes dressed in inconvenience, mystery, and risk. But this is not the time for excuses. This is the time for execution. Destiny rarely arrives looking like destiny. It often looks like pressure, but underneath it all, there is oil, there is movement, there is glory. The call doesn't ask if you're ready. It asks if you trust the one who calls. Do you trust him enough to move without all the answers? To act when the only thing you hear is the whisper of the Holy Spirit saying, "Step now." This may look quiet, but in the Spirit, it's thunder. It's convergence you're past. Your calling. Your timing meeting in one divine moment. And in obedience, there is freedom. Every act of surrender lifts something unseen. Every yes breaks something generational. Every yielded moment becomes a sound in heaven's courts, a sound that says, I trust you. This August, you are not just deciding, you are declaring, I will not miss my moment. But only if you don't hesitate. You've waited for applause. But some doors only open when no one's watching. Some gates are activated by faith alone. And this one is personal. You won't get another August like this. Not because God won't move again, but because this moment is uniquely written for you. It's not random that you're stirred now. This is not emotion. This is heaven's orchestration. Let fear fall. Let excuses let every lie lose its grip. You don't have time to second guess what heaven already confirmed. You only have time to obey. The promise won't wait. Chosen one. You need to understand something sacred right now. This is not just your moment. This is heaven's moment with you. The next 3 days, the 1st of August, and 3 are not simply dates. They are doors. And those doors will either swing open or remain sealed based on your response. What heaven is watching for is not how strong you feel, but how surrendered you are. God is not looking for perfect action. He's looking for prophetic alignment. These 3 days are not about striving, not about performing, not about earning anything. They are about unlocking what's already been written over your life since before you were born. You are not chasing something new. You are stepping into what's already been reserved for the obedient. You've cried long enough. You've wandered far enough. You've prayed for confirmation. And here it is. Heaven is drawing near to see who will truly respond. The Word of God declares in the book of Psalms, chapter 32, verse 8, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. No, this is not pressure, it's invitation. This is not control, it's covenant. God's eye is not looking down in disappointment. His eye is watching in love. He's ready to counsel, to lead, to bring clarity. But his instruction requires your movement. You've said, I'm waiting on God. But what if God is waiting on you? Many of the next things you're asking him to release: peace, provision, promotion are already in place, but they are time-locked. Obedience is the key. The 1st of August, 3 is your access point. And when you step into it, the next part of the assignment begins to unfold. Don't expect your next to look how your past has looked. This will feel different. He's changing the way you move, the way you think, even the way you war in the spirit. This isn't just breakthrough. This is transfer. This is divine positioning. And positioning comes with pressure. That's why the resistance has increased. That's why the enemy has tried to distract you with noise, conflict, fatigue, and discouragement. It's not random. The moment your obedience becomes dangerous to the kingdom of darkness, opposition recess. But take heart, opposition is not a sign to stop. It's proof you're on the edge of something holy. So don't retreat. If this message is confirming what your spirit already sensed, don't keep it to yourself. Take a moment and like this word, not because it's polished, but because it's real. Your like is not just interaction. It's an agreement. It tells the algorithm, this matters. This message must be heard. And more than that, share it. Someone you know is at the edge of spiritual collapse. And this could be the very breath they didn't know they needed. A friend, a loved one, a silent warrior in your circle. Send it. Don't assume they're fine. Let God use your simple action to be someone's lifeline. And if these words have been meeting you in divine timing, if something in your heart stirs every time this voice reaches your screen, then subscribe now. Not out of routine, but out of intentionality. There is a remnant being gathered, a fire-fed, spirit-led, consecrated family of chosen ones rising together. Stay connected to the flow. Don't disconnect from the stream that's watering your destiny, because this is not a one-time encounter. This is a rhythm. This is the Spirit saying, stay aligned, stay awake, stay surrender. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. God has preserved you, hidden you, protected your oil, and now He is calling you forward, not because you've earned it, but because you were always marked for it. The next 3 days are divine. Take them seriously. Approach them with reverence. Clear distractions. Lean in. Turn down the world and turn up your spirit. And know this: every act of obedience echoes in heaven, in hell, in generations to come. Your yes may look small to you, but in the Spirit, it's a sound that breaks chains. This is your moment. You don't have to perform. You don't have to pretend. You just have to obey. So let your yes be real. Let your surrender be full. Let your next step be bold, even if it's quiet. Even if no one sees, heaven will. Chosen one. There are moments when heaven presses in so close. You can feel the weight of eternity breathing down your neck. This is one of those moments. The next 3 days, the 1st of August, and 3 are not simply part of your week. They are a divine summons. And your response in these hours will determine the rhythm of your next season. The heavens are not waiting to see if you're talented. They're waiting to see if you're trusting. This window isn't about feeling ready. It's about being willing. Willing to move when God says move. Willing to let go when He says release. Willing to obey when no one else understands. That kind of obedience opens realms, not just results. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be flashy. You just need to be available. Heaven responds to those who show up in faith, even trembling. What you are stepping into is not just your future, it's the fulfillment of prayers you forgot you prayed. It's the unlocking of promises made to generations before you. This isn't about striving for favor, it's about stepping into what was already written with your name on it. But here's the warning: if you miss this moment, things won't stay the same. There are seasons when delay just means a detour. But there are also moments, rare ones, when delay means disqualification. Not because God stops loving you, but because spiritual windows are not permanently propped open. Some doors open only once. The grace to walk through is tied to now, not next month, not when you feel better. Now, this is one of those doors. Heaven is watching your posture, your response, the small, quiet decisions you make when no one is looking. Because those are the moments that carry the weight of eternal consequence. If you're still feeling the stir, still hearing the whisper, still sensing the pressure, it's because the invitation hasn't been rescinded yet. But don't confuse extended mercy with unlimited time. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 19. If you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good things of the land. Willing and obedient. Not perfect, not popular, just aligned. You're not just deciding for yourself. You're deciding for those connected to your obedience. There are souls, breakthroughs, and miracles tied to your next move. Your yes is not personal, it's generational. And right now, the Spirit is prompting you to move, to lean in, to say, yes, Lord, whatever it looks like, whatever it costs, I choose obedience. This is not emotional hype. This is holy urgency, the kind that refuses to sit still when heaven is opening scrolls and writing names. There is a remnant rising, and you're part of it, but you must mark your response in faith. If your spirit bears witness, if you know deep inside that this moment is for you, comment the number 444 right now. Why 444? Because 4 is the number of divine establishment. God created the earth's foundations on the fourth day. Light, seasons, signs, and cycles were placed in order, and just like that, your life is being brought into heaven's order. By commenting 444, you're not typing random digits. You are making a prophetic statement. God, establish me in your timing. Set me in divina alignment. Let your order take the lead in my life. That simple act in faith could be the very thing that unlocks the next layer of your journey. There's nothing magical about numbers, but there's something powerful about obedience. And heaven watches even the smallest. Yes, the public declarations that echo a private agreement with God. You've stayed quiet for too long. You've second-guessed your discernment. But deep down, you know this is real. You feel it in your bones. The same God who called you is the one who has sustained you, and he is now summoning you to rise. He's not just calling you into blessing, he's calling you into responsibility, into purpose, into maturity, into authority. You're not here just to survive this life. You're here to shift it, to interrupt darkness, to carry glory, to birth movements. But it starts with obedience. Don't scroll past this. Don't let your mind explain away what your spirit is awakening to. The heavens are calling your name. The kingdom is counting on your yes. And the Spirit is still whispering, don't miss this window. I've brought you too far for you to stop now. Comment 444 if you're ready to say, God, establish me. And say it not for show, but as a seal, a mark in the Spirit that says, I agree with divine timing. Let the angels see your response. Let the gates hear your yes. Let your obedience rise as incense. This is not a message, it's a movement. It's not just about watching, it's about responding. Chosen one. Type 444 and step through the gate. Chosen one. You are not too late, though the days are moving quickly and the hour feels weighty. Grace has not passed you by. The enemy wants you to believe you missed it, that your delay disqualified you, that your weariness made you unusable, that your past silence has sealed your future. But that's a lie. The fact that you are still being stirred, still being called, still being reached, is proof that heaven has not closed the book on your assignment. You are not too far gone. You are not too slow. You are not too broken. You are not too late. What you feel rising within you right now is mercy in motion. It's God stretching time just a little longer so you can catch up with what your spirit already said yes to. You are still in the running. You are still in alignment. The shaking you feel isn't judgment, it's invitation. The discomfort isn't punishment, it's correction. And the pressure, that's the hand of the potter, reshaping what life tried to deform. You may have missed previous windows. You may have ignored earlier whispers. But this is not the same moment. This is the one where mercy walks in and says, "We're still on schedule." If the beauty of divine timing is that it doesn't move like the clocks on your wall. Heaven operates from alignment, not anxiety. God is never panicked about how long something takes, but He is always intentional about when something begins. And right now, your beginning is still valid. Heaven doesn't cancel people who were slow to respond. Heaven simply recalibrates the route to get you there another way. But understand this, the recalibration doesn't make the urgency go away. You're not behind because you're unworthy. You're behind because your hesitation created distance. But the Holy Spirit has been running after you, calling to you, surrounding you, and now He's saying, "Come, now, as you are, without delay." And the most beautiful truth is this, it's still yours. The calling, the purpose, the assignment, the authority. God didn't hand it to someone else while you were healing. He protected it. He reserved it. He waited for you to be ready to receive it with depth. That's what the delay has produced in you, depth. You're no longer after shallow things. You no longer chase titles, applause, or temporary elevation. You want real alignment. You want real glory. You want to live sent, not just seen. And because of that posture, God can now trust you with what was once too heavy for you to carry. There is a wisdom being born in you now, a knowing, a discernment. You are no longer asking, "What do I want to do?" You're asking, "What was I sent to do?" That shift is maturity. That's the shift that sets apart the called from the chosen, the crowd from the remnant. You are now moving in pace with the Spirit, not because you're trying to catch up, but because you've finally stopped resisting. It's not too late. Chosen one. There is still time. The doors are not closed. The window is not sealed. The assignment is still yours. And every moment between now and the 1st of August is preparation. Every tear you shed in this hour waters what is about to bloom. This is your mercy moment. Don't despise your previous hesitation. Learn from it. Don't wallow in shame. Rise in conviction. God never rubs your failure in your face. He simply calls you to stand back up, to step into the place where heaven has been holding your space. You haven't lost your place. You just needed time to heal before stepping into it fully. The Word of God brings comfort in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 25. "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten." That's His promise to you. That restoration is not just about what was lost, it's about what will be made new, even better than before. The locusts came for your time, your peace, your confidence, your clarity. But God says, "I will restore it all." Abba, and when He restores, He doesn't just give back what was stolen, He gives back with interest. So stop grieving the time you lost. Start preparing for the time that's being returned. There is still oil left in your jar. There is still breath in your lungs. There is still a flame in your spirit. And now, God is about to breathe on it. Don't look backward. Don't compare your pace with others. Focus only on the whisper calling you forward. Because you are not too late. You are right on time for this version of the journey. And this version is anointed with wisdom, fire, and restoration. What you carry, chosen one, cannot be delayed again. This is not just about you arriving at your breakthrough. This is about what your breakthrough unlocks in the atmosphere. The weight of your obedience is not measured by how it makes you feel, it's measured by what it shifts in the spirit. And whether you see it or not, whether anyone affirms it or not, you are carrying something dangerous to darkness, something the enemy has tried to silence, confuse, delay, and distract for years. You've lived through cycles of spiritual interference because of the oil on your life. You've walked through rejection not because you were wrong, but because you were marked. You were never made to blend in. You were always meant to break cycles. Your very presence disrupts what others are comfortable tolerating. Your voice carries truth that confronts lies. Your light exposes hidden patterns. You are a walking contradiction to the status quo. And heaven has intentionally wired you that way. But now, there is no more time to carry this calling quietly. There is a moment when what you carry must move, must speak, must activate. And this is that moment. You've carried this long enough in silence. Now the burden must become a breakthrough, not just for you, but through you. There is an assignment hovering over your life, waiting for full release. You've tasted fragments of it. You've felt glimpses of the call, but heaven is saying, no more delay. What I placed in you must manifest. This moment demands activation. No more hiding, no more minimizing, no more apologizing for being anointed. You are not arrogant. You are aware. You are not self-important. You are spirit-sent. And what the Lord placed in you before you were formed in your mother's womb is crying out to be fulfilled. You cannot keep shrinking and expect to carry glory. There is a sound inside you, a message, a movement, a divine frequency that no one else can release like you. That's why the enemy has tried to shut you down through shame, exhaustion, fear, and confusion. Not because he's afraid of your voice alone, but because he knows what your voice releases in the atmosphere. Hell fears your release, and you've felt it, haven't you? The war that rages every time you get close to clarity, the inner battle that begins every time you feel your spirit rising, the resistance that meets you when you decide to move forward again. That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. The enemy does not fight what isn't a threat. Chosen one, you are a threat. You've been underestimated by people, but not by powers. Principalities recognize your potential. That's why the battle has been personal. That's why the warfare has targeted your identity. Because if the enemy can confuse who you are, he can stop what you carry. But heaven is restoring that clarity now. You are not who pain said you are. You are not who trauma made you believe you were. You are not your past. You are not your delay. You are not your mistakes. You are a carrier of something sacred. You are a vault of divine strategy. You are a vessel of power. You are a deliverer hidden in plain sight. And your breakthrough is not just a personal relief, it is a strategic release. This is why you must not delay again. What you carry is connected to someone else's deliverance. Your yes will open doors for those still in chains. Your obedience will cause ripple effects in your family line, in your community, and even in nations. God is not asking for perfection, He's asking for release. Let what He placed in you come forth. You will not carry this to your grave. You will carry it to its fulfillment. The time for internal preparation is giving way to outward demonstration. The hiding place was for the oil, but now it's time to pour. The Word speaks boldly in the book of Romans. Chapter 8, verse 19, "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed." The earth is groaning, heaven is watching, angels are positioned, and creation itself is waiting not for celebrities, not for influencers, not for politicians, but for the revealing of the chosen ones. That includes you. Don't let fear convince you that you're not ready. The truth is, what's in you has been ready. The only thing that must now align is your obedience. No more delay, no more shrinking, no more apology for your fire. It's time to release what you've carried. There comes a moment, chosen one, when silence becomes disobedience, when holding back what God has placed in you is no longer humility, it becomes rebellion. You've carried this light too long in secret. You've hidden too long behind wounds that have already been healed. You've made yourself small to make others comfortable. But God is no longer asking you to fit in. He's calling you to step out. You are not being called to impress. You are being called to impact. And that impact will only come through your voice, your obedience, your yes. Heaven is not looking for performance. It's looking for presence, a surrendered presence, a willing heart, a voice that says, "Lord, if you need someone in this hour, I'm here." But here's what you must understand. This hour does not wait. This calling does not pause for your comfort. What you delay today may not be available tomorrow. This is not fear, it's spiritual urgency. You are standing on holy ground right now, not because the room around you has changed, but because the time has. This moment right now is soaked in divine purpose. It may feel ordinary, you may feel unqualified, but the spiritual realm is alive with activity around you. Angels are watching, heaven is moving, and God is waiting for your response. Not your perfection, not your eloquency, just your response. The weight you feel is not pressure, it's purpose. And purpose always demands a response. The reason the pressure has increased lately is not because something is wrong with you, it's because something is right. You're closer to the breakthrough than you've ever been. The shaking means the shift is near. So what will you do? Will you keep wrestling with the same doubts that tried to delay you last year? Will you keep listening to voices that didn't carry the weight of your calling? Will you keep holding back out of fear of being misunderstood? Or will you rise? Will you lift your voice? Even when it trembles, will you step forward? Even when your feet feel heavy, will you move? Even when clarity hasn't fully come, that is the kind of faith heaven honors. Not perfect faith, active faith, risky faith. Faith that says, even if I don't know how this ends, I will still begin. The Word of God confirms this in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 39. But we do not belong to those who shrink back and are destroyed, but to those who have faith and are saved. You don't belong to the ones who shrink back. You don't belong to the ones who go silent when the fire gets hot. You don't belong to the ones who quit halfway. You belong to the ones who move in faith, who stand in fire, who respond when heaven calls. And right now, heaven is calling. This is not just a moment, it's a turning point. And your response to this moment will echo beyond it. Your yes today becomes oil for tomorrow. Your courage today becomes protection for generations. Your obedience today becomes seed for miracles you haven't even imagined. Don't hold it in. Don't stay quiet. Don't scroll past. Speak with your spirit. And if this word pierces something deep in you, if you know this is for you, comment the words, "I won't shrink." Type it not for me, not for others. Type it because your spirit needs to hear it come out of your mouth. Because when you speak, something shifts, something breaks, something aligns. I won't shrink. Say it in faith. Say it in defiance of fear. Say it to every delay that tried to make a home in your soul. Say it to every voice that said you weren't enough. Say it to every lie that told you it's too late. No, you will not shrink. You will rise. You will walk through the fire and come out glowing with the glory of obedience. The enemy's greatest fear is not your past. It's your obedient future. Because when you move in faith, you shake things. You interrupt darkness. You confuse hell. Chosen one. Don't underestimate what your response activates. The ground under your feet is ready. The sky above your head is open, and the spirit within you is roaring. This is your time. Comment, "I won't shrink." Let it be written in heaven. Let it be seen by the Spirit. Let it be known in hell. You are not one of those who draw back. You are the one who steps forward. There are moments, chosen one, when heaven doesn't just whisper, it leans in with fire. You are standing in one of those moments now, and the fire isn't there to consume you, it's there to reveal you. The shaking you felt recently, the stirring that won't leave you alone, the dreams, the divine interruptions, all of it is heaven announcing, you are ready now. You may not feel ready. You may feel tired. But readiness in the kingdom is not about how you feel, it's about how you've been forged. You've been prepared in pain, anointed in affliction, refined in hidden places. And now, the call is no longer ahead of you. It's here. It's waiting. And it requires your response. This isn't a suggestion. This is an awakening. You've gone through too much to stay quiet. You've carried too much oil to keep it sealed. You've come too far to let fear mute your destiny. The time for passive faith is over. The time for private surrender has become a call for public obedience. God is calling His chosen ones out of hiding, out of delay, out of survival mode. He's calling you into release, into movement, into manifestation. This is the season when what was inside of you must come out. No more carrying the promise like a secret. It's time to give birth to the word you've been walking with. The pain was real. Yes, but so is the power. The isolation was deep, but so is the revelation. And now, both are converging to become release. Release is never quiet in the spirit. When a chosen one steps into alignment, the ground shifts. Enemies scatter. Chains snap. Cycles en. Generations shift. And right now, you are standing at that threshold. Don't think small about this moment. What you are about to walk into is not just blessing, it is weight. It is responsibility. It is visibility. And for some of you, it's going to feel like exposure. But you must remember, you are not being exposed to shame. You are being exposed to shine. What God is doing in you is not subtle anymore. It will not be silent, and it cannot be hidden. The Word of God declares in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden." You've tried to stay in the shadows, but cities don't hide. They are built to be seen, lit to shine, positioned for impact. And that's you now. You are stepping into a season where visibility will increase, not for vanity, but for victory. Because people don't follow perfection, they follow fire. And when you burn with obedience, others will see and be drawn to the God who lit you. But listen closely. This is not the time to walk alone. You need to stay connected to what feeds your fire. Some of you have been walking this path in isolation, listening, but not engaging, receiving, but not planting yourself. You've been blessed by what's poured out. But now, God is asking you to respond, to plant, to take root where you're being fed. If this message has been your confirmation, if these words have met you again and again in divine timing, if you've felt God pull on your heart through these messages, then don't just scroll. Like this message, not to boost content, but to testify, this word is for me. No, share it with someone you know is carrying oil. Someone you see wrestling in silence. Someone who needs to know they're not crazy, they're called. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, not for vanity metrics, but because you need to stay connected to the stream that's been feeding your flame. Don't disconnect from what heaven is using to sharpen you. We are not just passing time, we are forming a remnant, a movement, a fire-fed family of chosen ones across the globe, and you are part of it. This is not entertainment. It's equipping. You weren't sent here by an algorithm. You were drawn here by divine design. There are no coincidences in the kingdom, only divine collisions. And this is one. Your calling cannot afford to be fed once a month. You need consistent clarity, consistent fire, consistent alignment. Stay close to what speaks life. Stay close to what makes your spirit tremble. Stay close to what calls you higher. This is more than content. This is consecration. So, as the world gets louder, let your obedience get stronger. As distraction increases, let your focus grow sharper. As the voices multiply, let your spirit remain tuned to the one who called you. Chosen one, this is your hour. Respond with your full heart. Obey without apology. And walk forward without fear. Because you are not just entering a season, you are stepping into your assignment. And the world is about to see what heaven already knew. You were born for this. There is a shift taking place within you. Chosen one. One that has been building for years in silence. You may not have had the language for it, but your spirit has always known something different was happening to you. While others around you seemed to move freely through ordinary cycles, your path was marked by pauses, by redirections, by seasons of isolation. And now you're beginning to understand, it was never punishment. It was precision. You have been sculpted by the invisible hand of God, not in public stages, but in hidden places, in quiet obediences, in moments of private surrender, in deep wrestlings where no one clapped for your yes, and no one saw your tears. But heaven did. What you carry is not casual. What's being built in, you cannot be rushed. The weight of your assignment required depth, and depth required solitude. Many wanted your gift, but not your process. Many admired the idea of the anointing, but never survived the fire that shaped it. And that's what makes you different. You didn't just survive the fire. You stayed in it until it burned away. The lesser things, you let it refine your motives. You let it kill your idols. You let it cut away your false identity. That's why your voice will carry weight. It has been formed in consecration. You've been called. not to echo, but to reveal the heart of the Father, to reveal truth in a culture of compromise, to carry clarity where others carry confusion, to walk in fire when others are satisfied with smoke. This weight you feel now, it's not new. It's just being uncovered. And the pain you've walked through it has not been wasted. Every trial, every betrayal, every unanswered question has become fuel. You are not just anointed, you are seasoned. And that matters more than you realize in this next phase of your assignment, because there are some things God doesn't entrust to talent. He entrusts them to scars. He knows who's been through the valley and still worships. He knows who's been stripped and still surrenders. He knows who's been broken and still says, "Here I am." Onze, you're one of them. And now, the Spirit of the Lord is saying, come out of hiding. Come out of the waiting room. I'm ready to move through you, not just around you. Onze, you've watched others rise while you were being refined. You celebrated them with a whole heart, even while wondering if your turn would ever come. And now, God is saying, your turn is here. Not because you demanded it, not because you chased it, but because you were willing to wait when others rushed ahead. This is the season where the slow, the surrendered, the steady will be seen. Not for clout, not for visibility, but because God can now trust you with influence without losing you to it. And that is everything. Chosen one. The level of trust God is placing on your shoulders is not normal, and with it will come unusual weight. You will be misunderstood. You will be resisted. You will be watched. But you will also be backed by heaven. You will speak, and atmospheres will shift. You will move, and things will break open. You will release what has been locked for years, not because of charisma, but because of covenant. God doesn't need another performer. He needs a vessel. And you said yes. Now heaven is answering that yes with authority. There's no more waiting for perfect timing. The timing is now. There's no more wondering if you're enough. The oil makes up the difference. There's no more debating if people will receive you. The ones assigned to you will recognize the sound you carry. You are being released, not as a brand, but as a breaker of cycles, a carrier of presence, a living message. The word speaks to this in the book of Isaiah, chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted. That is you now. Anointed not just for expression, but for healing. Sent not just to speak, but to bind, to break, to build. And you won't need validation to walk in it. Your history with God is your authority. Your process is your permission. Your scars are your oil. This is your hour of divine revealing, not to elevate you, but to release him. So, rise without fear. Speak without apology. Move without delay. You've been hidden long enough. Now, it's time to be revealed. There is a moment in every chosen life where something breaks open. Not around you, but within you. It's not always loud. It's not always visible. But it's undeniable. You know you cannot go back. You know that comfort has expired. You know that, if you don't move now, you'll suffocate under the weight of something God never asked you to carry past this point. That's what's happening right now. This is a spiritual breaking point, but it's not breakdown. It's breakthrough. God is shifting something inside of you. Your desire, your focus, your language, your posture. What used to satisfy no longer fills you. What once distracted you now offends your spirit. The filters are falling off. The noise is losing its grip. And deep down, your soul is beginning to echo a simple phrase, I was made for more than this. No, and you were. You weren't just called to survive seasons, you were called to shape them, to carry the weight of something sacred, to walk in revelation while others stay in repetition. That's why God has been so particular about your process. That's why He said no to things others got away with. That's why you felt the fire turn up when you got close to breakthrough. You're not being punished. You're being purified. The oil on your life demands purity. The assignment on your life requires sensitivity. And what's coming next will need a level of clarity that only comes through radical obedience. So if God is asking you to separate, do it. If He's telling you to shut the door, close it. If He's calling you to step away, move now. Delayed obedience may not kill your calling, but it will delay your release. And there are things heaven has lined up for you in these next 3 days that cannot be missed. There are encounters, confirmations, downloads, alignments. But they are not automatic, they are conditional. Conditional upon your posture. Conditional upon your response. This is not religious hype. This is not another word. This is a living instruction. What you do with it matters. And deep down, you know it. The Word of God declares in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 22, do not merely listen to the Word, and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Your spirit has already agreed. Even if your mind is still catching up, you feel the tremble inside. You feel the pull. That's not emotion. That's recognition. You recognize that this word carries your name. You recognize that this season isn't just about elevation, it's about activation. Activation means movement, action, visible, surrender. It's not enough to feel it. You have to respond to it. Because when God releases a divine invitation, your response becomes the key that unlocks the room. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to stay passive in this moment. He doesn't care if you watch this and feel inspired as long as you don't do anything with it. He fears your obedience, not your emotion. He's not threatened by your tears. He's threatened by your yes. So give God your yes, with your life, with your choices, with your next breath. And if this message is confirming something deep in your spirit, if it feels like it's piercing straight through your excuses, your fears, your fatigue, then don't let it pass by without responding. Comment the number 555 right now. Why 555? Because 5 is the number of grace. And 3 5s? That's triple grace. Grace to walk away from what no longer serves your spirit. Grace to step into what your soul has been aching for. And grace to walk boldly in divine alignment. By commenting 555, you are declaring, God, I receive the grace to respond. I will not delay. I will not shrink. I choose to walk in what you've already called me to. It's not about numbers. It's about obedience. Every act of surrender, even in comment form, is seen by heaven. The very act of typing it becomes a prophetic agreement. I'm in alignment. I will not miss this. You don't need to know all the steps. You just need to say yes to the next one. And if this word is yours, if you feel the urgency of it in your bones, then type 555 right now. Let that be the sound your spirit makes. in response to heaven's call. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are ready. The enemy wanted to make you think you missed it. But this is God's way of saying, I held it for you. Now come get it. Comment 555. Chosen one. Not to be seen, but to seal what your spirit already knows. It's time. There are realms of power. Chosen one. That only open to the obedient, not the ambitious, not the loud, not the gifted, the obedient. And right now, heaven is drawing a clear line, not to restrict you, but to release you. There is more available to you than you've tasted. More weight, more clarity, more authority. But to walk in it, you must cross over. And crossing over is costly. You cannot bring old habits into a holy place. You cannot walk through a new door with yesterday's mindset. There is a cost to access. And it's not money. It's yielding. Surrender is the currency of the kingdom. And the deeper the realm, the higher the cost. This is why the resistance has intensified, the spiritual warfare, the emotional fatigue, the mental fog. It's not just life. It's the friction of transition. It's the tension between what you know you're called to and what you haven't yet released. Heaven is calling for separation now, not to isolate you, but to distinguish you. There are some things God will not do through a mixed vessel. The oil you carry requires clean hands and a clear spirit, and no one can purify that for you. This part is between you and God alone. No applause, no platform, just you, in the secret place, saying, whatever it costs, I want your will. This is not about moral perfection. It's about alignment. It's about being so in tune with heaven that when the Spirit whispers, you move. When He corrects, you yield. When He closes a door, you don't bang on it, you bless it. You are being invited into spiritual maturity, not just giftedness, not just revelation depth. And depth only comes when you stop negotiating with God and start surrendering fully. There is something holy hovering over your life, and it cannot land on a divided heart. Your loyalty must belong to heaven first, no matter who or what it costs you. That's not cruelty. That's consecration. The ones God trusts with the greatest influence are those He can trust to obey without delay. Some of what's been falling apart in your life lately hasn't been the devil. It's been God clearing space. You asked for clarity, so He began removing confusion. You asked for new doors, so He started closing old ones. You asked for next level, so He began testing your yes in uncomfortable places. You didn't fail. You've been in training, and the Spirit is still shaping you, still refining you, still pruning what can't come into this next assignment. Let it fall away. Let the dead weight drop. Let the conversations you used to chase go silent. Let the opinions that once shook you lose their grip. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be lit, set on fire, marked, separated. You've always known you were different. You've always sensed that the cost on your life was unusual, that others could walk in compromise and remain unbothered. But you couldn't. That's because the hand of the Lord has been heavy on you since the beginning. He didn't let you blend in because you were born to stand apart. There's no going back now. You've seen too much. You've heard too clearly. You've been pulled too deep. The wilderness wasn't a detour, it was divine discipline. And now, The edge of promise is beneath your feet. But the promised land is not a place, it's a posture. It's the position of one whose heart belongs entirely to the Lord. It was proclaimed in the second book of Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 9. For the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. God is not looking for perfect people. He's looking for committed hearts, for those who tremble when He speaks, for those who walk away when He says, "Not this," for those who burn for Him, even when it costs them everything. That's you. That's why the fire hasn't left you. That's why you can't ignore the call, even when you try. That's why you weep in His presence when no one else is watching. Your heart has already said yes. Now your life must follow. Heaven is ready to back your obedience. The next chapter of your life will not be built by effort, but by surrender. The doors will open when you stop knocking on man's approval and start walking in God's instructions. What's next is not a promotion, it's a revealing of what's always been in you, now refined for His glory. This is your moment to go deeper than ever before. Not wider, deeper, not louder, clearer, not more known, more yielded, chosen one. The separation has a purpose, and the fire has not come to destroy you. It has come to prove you ready. There's a silence that only the chosen ones understand. It's the kind of silence that comes after God speaks, but before anything changes. It's the stillness after the instruction, but before the fulfillment. You've heard the whisper. You've obeyed the nudge. And now you're standing in the space between obedience and outcome. That space is sacred. It's where faith is forged in the dark. It's where many turn back. It's where the enemy whispers, "Did God really say?" But you, chosen one, you've come too far to doubt now. There's a depth of trust being carved into your soul. You may not see it, but heaven says it. Every time you choose obedience without evidence, every time you hold the line without applause, every time you stand in silence without needing a sign, you are being forged in faith. God is not playing games with your life. He is proving you trustworthy. He's not delaying because He's unsure. He's waiting because He's investing. He's putting weight on your spirit that can only be carried by those who've stood in that sacred silence and still believed. That's the silence where kings are forged, where prophets are born, where glory is assigned. It's not punishment, it's preparation. You may not feel like much is happening, but something always moves when faith remains. The silence tests the noise in your soul. It reveals what's still divided. It unmasks what you truly believe. Because it's one thing to trust God when the doors swing wide open. It's another thing to trust Him when they remain shut. And you keep walking forward anyway. That's the kind of trust you're being built for. You're not being prepared for a blessing, you're being prepared for a weight of glory. And glory requires capacity. This is why the waiting has felt long. Why the silence has been heavy. Why the warfare hasn't let up. Because glory has a cost, and you're still paying it. But here's what the enemy doesn't want you to realize. This delay isn't working against you, it's working within you. Every unseen day has strengthened your root system. Every unanswered prayer has taught you how to kneel. Every hidden season has trained your eyes to fix on the invisible. That's the training of the remnant, of the ones who don't just carry a calling, they carry character. Because when the revealing comes, you won't be shaken by praise or paralyzed by pressure. You'll move with weight. You'll speak with wisdom. You'll walk with authority because you've been quiet long enough to hear God clearly. This clarity is not a result of a spotlight, it's a result of surrender. And no one sees what's been built in surrender until God says, "Now." You are getting closer to that now moment than you realize. But don't rush it. Don't force it. Don't manipulate it. Let it become. Because when God reveals you, He reveals what He did in you. Not just who you are. That's why it's taken time. That's why it's required tears. That's why it cost you connections and comforts and clarity, because He wasn't just building your next step. He was transforming you into it. This next version of you will not be recognized by those who only knew your old form. And that's by design. You will look like someone shaped by fire, but clothed in peace. You will speak with the tone of someone who's wrestled angels and survived storms. Your presence will not be loud, but it will be undeniable. The Word reveals this truth in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. God has not forgotten your time. He's fashioning it. Beauty is not born in a rush. It is formed through precision. So don't curse the quiet season. Don't run from the waiting room. Don't panic in the stillness. Everything He is doing in you has eternity in mind. That's why it hasn't come quickly, because what's being built is too eternal to be rushed. Chosen one. Your silence has not been wasted. Your yes has not gone unheard. Your obedience has not been overlooked. Heaven is still writing your story. And this chapter is not a delay, it is a deepening. So, keep walking, keep trusting, keep standing in the quiet, knowing it is doing a work in you that only heaven fully sees. Because soon, the silence will break, and when it does, the sound of glory will follow. Chosen one. This moment, right here, is more than a message. It's a divine interruption. You're not just scrolling. You're not here by chance. Heaven has stopped the noise around you just long enough for this to reach your spirit. Because what's inside of you can't stay buried any longer. God has been preparing you, pruning you, preserving you for this exact season. The silence you've endured, the setbacks you faced, the sudden separations and divine delays, they were not random. They were precise. You were being positioned, protected, purified. Now, you're stepping into the unveiling. But hear this clearly. Glory without discipline is dangerous. Anointing without structure is volatile. You are not being elevated to impress. You are being elevated to impact. And impact requires depth. Impact requires foundation. That's why heaven won't let you go halfway. That's why the conviction won't let up. That's why the fire in your bones won't go out. You've tried to settle into places that weren't designed to carry your weight. You've tried to explain your vision to people who could never comprehend your assignment. And now God is saying, stop explaining and start executing. This isn't the season for approval, it's the season for action. You are not everyone. You are set apart. You were never supposed to move like the masses. You were never meant to blend into the background. That's why you've always felt the tension, the misfit moments, the "why don't I belong" days. It's because the oil on your life doesn't fit in common vessels. It requires consecration. And now, God is calling you to walk in it publicly, not with pride, but with precision, not to perform, but to release. You've held back long enough. You've sat in the back row of your own life, waiting for someone to give you permission. But heaven already did. The moment you were formed, God spoke destiny over you. The moment you were born, the earth made room for your voice. And the moment you said yes, even silently, heaven marked you as sent. And you don't need a platform to make an impact. All you need is obedience. Because obedience creates its own platforms. But don't walk alone. If this message is resonating with your spirit, if you've felt the weight of it land inside you, then take a moment right now and do 3 things. Like this message, not for the algorithm, but as an act of agreement, a silent amen, a yes. Lord, this is for me. Share it with someone else you know is carrying oil. Someone who's been hidden, discouraged, unsure but chosen. Your simple act of obedience could be the very thing that awakens someone else's divine assignment. And subscribe, if you haven't already. Not out of pressure, but out of purpose. Stay connected to what feeds your fire. These words aren't entertainment, they are equipping. A steady drip of clarity, correction, and calling that helps you stay aligned in a noisy world. You were never meant to navigate this alone. This is a remnant rising, a scattered army of chosen ones coming into clarity together, and your place in it matters. And let your spirit speak back. Let heaven hear your agreement. Let the silence be broken by a single line of bold faith. Comment, I say yes. Say it from the place in you that knows it's time. Say it from the part of your soul that's tired of shrinking, tired of questioning, tired of waiting on perfect conditions. Say it as your surrender, as your agreement, as your declaration. I say yes. Let that be your answer to fear. Let it be your answer to delay. Let it be your answer to the enemy's voice that told you this isn't your moment. Because it is. The word affirms it in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 16. For I command you today to love the Lord your God, to walk in obedience to him, then you will live and increase. And the Lord your God will bless you. Obedience isn't just about rules, it's about release. It's the gate through which increase flows. You've been praying for breakthrough, but heaven has been waiting for your yes. Not a whispered yes, not a silent agreement, a spoken, bold, uncompromised yes. That is the posture of a chosen one. And it starts here. Like the message, share it with your people. Subscribe to stay in the flow. And if your spirit agrees, comment, I say yes. Because this moment is real. This mantle is heavy. And you are ready. There's a difference between being gifted and being trusted. Between being called and being ready. You, chosen one, have always carried the call, but now you're stepping into the trust. And that shift is everything. God doesn't trust everyone with visibility. He doesn't trust everyone with influence. He doesn't place weight on every shoulder. Not because others aren't loved, but because few are willing to carry it when no one sees. Few are willing to live surrendered when no one is clapping. Few are willing to obey when it costs more than it gives. But you've said yes in silence. You've served without spotlight. You've kept showing up to the assignment even when nothing seemed to move. And because of that, heaven has taken note. What's coming next in your life isn't random favor, it's strategic trust. You've been tested by time, tried in fire, stripped of false motives, refined beyond recognition. And now, what remains is not ambition, it's alignment. You're not after stages. You're not chasing applause. You're not looking to impress. You're just here to obey. And that's why God can trust you now. You've been trusted with delay, trusted with disappointment, trusted with silence, trusted with seasons where you carried others, even when you had no one carrying you. That kind of trust is not earned through charisma. It's forged in pain, and it's about to manifest as authority, not the kind that draws attention, but the kind that shifts atmospheres. The kind of authority that walks into a room and makes darkness nervous. The kind that speaks one sentence and breaks chains. The kind that lays hands and sees healing, not because of volume, but because of depth. This is where God has been taking you all along. Every detour, every delay, every tear, every betrayal, every no, every closed door. It wasn't rejection, it was refinement, and you passed the test others walked away from. You stayed when it wasn't exciting. You obeyed when it wasn't easy. And you believed when nothing made sense. Now, everything is about to make sense. Not all at once, not in a perfect picture, but in your spirit. You'll feel the pieces click. You'll feel the fog lift. You'll feel the knowing rise. Because when God is ready to move you from called to commissioned, He doesn't give you applause, He gives you clarity. You'll know where to go. You'll know when to speak. You'll know who to walk with and who to release. And your steps will no longer be tentative. They will be precise. You won't need constant confirmation. You'll be moving in communion. You won't ask for another sign. You'll be the sign. And your life will begin to speak louder than your words ever did. Because when a chosen one steps into authority, everything shifts. Hell takes notice. Heaven releases backing. And the earth begins to respond. This is why the enemy fought your clarity so violently. This is why confusion hovered over you for so long. He wasn't afraid of your gift. He was afraid of your agreement. Because when your yes is full and your alignment is real, nothing can stop the oil on your life. You become untouchable, not because of you, but because of who sent you. This is where you are now. Heaven is not just whispering, you are being released, not into noise, but into purpose, not into popularity, but into power. And power doesn't scream. Power moves in silence. Power walks with calm. Power doesn't have to prove it, simply executes. You'll begin to notice the shift, even in small things. Your prayers will change. Your posture will shift. Your presence will carry weight. You're not walking into rooms anymore just to be there. You're walking in as a solution, as an answer, as someone sent, not for your glory, not for your name, but for His purpose. The Word of God declares in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verse 19, I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. This isn't symbolic. It's literal. You are being clothed in real, spiritual authority, not just to protect yourself, but to set others free, to speak into confusion and release truth, to walk into dry places and release rain, to disrupt the ordinary and release the kingdom, and you won't have to explain it. Those with spiritual eyes will recognize it. Those who were waiting for the sound you carry will respond, and those who can't receive it will simply fall away. Without drama, without pain, just alignment. Because when a chosen one rises in clarity, everything around them must adjust. And now, the adjustment begins. There's a final layer. Chosen one a final shedding before you step fully into what heaven wrote about you long before the world ever named you. And it isn't something external. It's not another battle, not another distraction, not even another delay. It's the internal wrestle between who you've been and who you know you are becoming. You feel it deep in your spirit. It rises in quiet moments. It confronts you when you sit still. It interrupts your thoughts, even when life looks functional on the outside. And it says, "You can't stay here. You know too much now. You've seen too much. You've experienced the presence of God in ways that marked you forever. You've tasted the difference between going through motions and walking in fire, and your soul refuses to go back. You're not confused. You're being called up. It's not burnout. It's awakening. Not weariness. It's weight. You've outgrown certain mindsets, outgrown certain relationships, outgrown certain conversations. You're not cold, you're just consecrated. And God is making that divide permanent now. Not to isolate you, but to distinguish you. There is a line being drawn, and your name is being pulled into divine clarity. No more half-obedience. No more tiptoeing between identities. No more editing yourself to stay relatable. The oil on your life doesn't need to be palatable. It needs to be poured. You were never meant to entertain the crowd. You were designed to interrupt darkness. And that disruption begins when you stop negotiating with the fear of being misunderstood and start living in full agreement with your calling. Yes, it will cost you comfort. Yes, it will shake your schedule. Yes, it will call you into unfamiliar spaces, but it will also unlock glory. There is glory reserved for those who move when others freeze, who trust when others retreat, who say yes when logic says no. And that's why this moment matters. This isn't just another quiet morning, another video, another conviction. This is heaven placing a mantle on your shoulders that you cannot remove. You didn't chase it. You didn't force it. You surrendered into it. And now, it's here. The people around you may not see it yet. That's okay. The environment you're in may still feel the same. That's okay. The shift doesn't begin with applause. It begins in the spirit. It begins when you wake up and stop looking for signs and realize you've become one. Your life is the evidence. Your endurance is the proof. Your obedience is the echo of something ancient, something written in eternity. Now, walking in human form through your every step, you are not merely called, you are commissioned. Heaven isn't just moving toward you. It's moving through you. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you. And that power does not enter passively. It comes to transform. So let it transform the way you speak, the way you pray, the way you make decisions, the way you see yourself. Let it reshape your time, your friendships, your posture. Let it alter what you tolerate. Let it sever what cannot stay. Because what's ahead of you cannot be built on what's behind you. The Word of God reminds us in the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 13, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize. You are pressing now not as one who is striving, but as one who has survived, not for approval, but from identity, not in weakness, but in power. You are not becoming the chosen one. You are the chosen one. You've carried the weight. You've answered the call. You've paid the cost. And now, Heaven is opening the door. No, it won't all make sense. No, it won't always feel safe, but it will be right. Because you were born for this moment. Everything you've lost was preparation. Everything that broke you was purification. Everything that felt like delay was design. And everything God promised, He is still faithful to complete. So walk now, not with fear, not with hesitation, but with fire in your eyes. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not late. You are right on time. You are not alone. You are surrounded by heaven. Chosen one. The scroll of your life has turned its page, and the next line is yours to walk out. Chosen one. If you've made it to this point, it's not just because you finished a video, it's because something in your spirit refused to quit. You've been pulled in, shaken, refined, and realigned, and heaven has been speaking the entire way. This wasn't just content. This was confirmation. Every section of this message carried oil. Every word was an echo of what heaven's already been whispering to you behind the scenes. And now, you know without question, you are not ordinary. You are marked. You are sent. You are ready. And you don't have to walk alone. If this message stirred something in you, let your response seal the moment. Like this message, not for popularity, but to mark your agreement with heaven. Share it with someone else, walking through a silent season. Someone carrying weight without support. Someone who needs to remember. They're not crazy, they're chosen. Subscribe, not for the numbers, but to stay connected to this flow. If this stream has fed your fire, keep coming back. Stay in the rhythm of clarity, conviction, and divine calling. And finally, comment below. Let your voice be heard. Let the world know you were here. You were marked, and you said yes. You can type, "I was born for this." Say it boldly. Heaven is watching. Hell is trembling. And your future is opening. Chosen one. Your time is not coming. It's here.